Welcome to Rob and Tony's Cinematic Adventure. I'm Rob Wilson.
And I am Tony the Quano.
So, Tony, I had a lot of fun talking about the Muppet movie with you last time.
I had a lot of fun talking about the Muppet movie with you last time.
And normally, during our summer blockbuster series, we put in a family movie, which Muppet movie counts as that.
It does.
But I'm thinking this year we need 2 family movies.
Okay.
Family movies are wholesome.
I'm open.
They're, open for the whole family to watch and all that. And a lot of the movies that we do are more adult audiences.
Yes.
At least PG-13 and up, right?
Great.
So,
But, we've done The Sandlot also, right? We've done a few others that were outside summer that would be aimed more towards families or the entire, general audiences.
Yeah.
But not many.
Not many.
But I like that we do mix some in because that is part of the summer season.
Yes, it is.
Family movies.
Family movies. A lot of families get together and they watch movies during the summer when the kids are out of school and all that. And so, a family movie that I have always enjoyed, that my whole family has always enjoyed, is Babe.
Oh, the movie about the pig?
Yes.
Or the movie about the baseball player on the Yankees?
The movie about the pig.
Okay.
The one about the baseball player on the Yankees is The Babe.
Oh, so it has John Goodman in it.
Yes, and it has John Goodman in it, which it's been a while since we've done a John Goodman movie, and we need to do another one of those soon.
Yes. We can't get enough of John Goodman.
But we are not talking about The Babe. It was The Babe, wasn't it? Or was that one just Babe?
It was The Babe.
Okay.
Because he was the Babe.
Mm-hmm.
The Salt of the SWAT.
The Colossus of Cloud?
The Great Bambino.
Baby Ruthie? Oh, you should go back and listen to our Sandlot episode. That was a fun one.
It was a fun one.
But anyway, let's talk about Babe the Pig.
The pig. The farm animal.
The movie's not called Babe the Pig. The movie's just called Babe.
No, it's just called Babe.
But we're not talking about Babe Pig in the City, the sequel.
The sequel.
That one was not as good.
Gene Siskel put that as his favorite movie in 1998.
Wow. I mean, I did enjoy it. I saw it once in the theater. I did enjoy it, but I never liked it as much as the first one.
I haven't seen the second one, so I can't judge. But I have seen just Babe, which went on to grab a surprise nomination for Best Picture.
Yeah. Back
when it was still just 5 movies. This movie was nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know if it just came out and surprised everybody to grab a Best Picture nomination.
Kind of has everything that they look for Best Picture.
Yes, it does. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of blends drama and comedy. It's inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
Is very good tech elements to it.
Yep.
Right? And so you could see why it would have been a hit with the entire Academy branches.
Yeah.
All of them. It did not win. Braveheart won that year. With 2 very different movies.
2 very different movies.
But both very good.
But Braveheart didn't have the merchandising that Babe did.
No, it did not have the merchandising that Babe did.
Braveheart, unfortunately, did not have hair nunchucks that you could buy. That you could hide in your hair.
Oh my, Braveheart. I love that movie. It's so ridiculous. It is very, very ridiculous, but I still love that movie.
Yep, me too. Me too.
But yeah, but Babe,
Babe, I mean, they had a tie-in with McDonald's. You get little stuffed animal versions of a bunch of the different animals on the farm.
Right. This was this was a few months before Toy Story came out, and so it had months of being able to be the summer movie that was not an animated movie, right? Pocahontas was the animated movie that summer.
Mm-hmm.
But this had everything to tie in. This has more marketing aspect than, say, Pocahontas.
Yeah.
For McDonald's and Burger King and everything like that. Yeah, because he wouldn't want a bunch of farm animals to be like toys.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah. You could have your own little farm going on, and you don't have to worry about feeding any of the animals or any of that.
It doesn't smell. You don't have to feel bad when you slaughter them to eat them.
I don't know why you'd be eating a stuffed pig. But
But I'm glad we did this because like I have not seen this movie in probably 30 years. I saw it in the theater and maybe once after that.
Okay.
So I saw it very infrequently. And I was glad because earlier this year there was back in May. So I guess you could say it was kind of a summer hit was The Sheep Detectives.
Mm-hmm.
Another movie that takes place on a farm. This one, the sheeps are sort of like Angela Lansbury, where they're solving a murder. Did they commit the murder or not, like Angela Lansbury? You need to watch that to find out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new movie, so I'm not going to spoil it for you.
Yeah, I mean,
but
see, that's one I haven't
again,
seen yet, and so yeah,
so
if they're supposed to be like Angela Lansbury, then now I'm thinking maybe they did.
But I really enjoyed it. And so now there's Babe, which is similar. Farm animals that talk, right? One has Hugh Jackman, one has James Cromwell.
Yeah.
Hey.
I mean, what's the difference between those two? I mean, there's no difference between James Cromwell and Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman can dance. James Cromwell can jig.
Yes. Yes.
Come on.
Yes, and we will talk about that when we get to that part of this movie.
I think we kind of briefly, maybe I think we talked about this between ourselves. I don't know if he brought it up. It's got Hugo Weaving in this movie.
Yes, it does.
Before everyone knew Hugo Weaving. Unless you were from Australia or New Zealand, you would not know who Hugo Weaving was. Even when you watch this movie, he was just a voice.
Yeah.
And then a few years later, he shows up as Agent Smith when he just wants to murder Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss.
Yeah. And then he becomes V.
It was V.
And V for Vendetta. And then
he's
Elrond, and he's Red Skull. And yeah. I mean, we just talked about him with Captain America.
I mean, now Hugo Weaving, everyone knows Hugo Weaving now.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, no one knew who he was. And yet, he's actually really perfect in this role.
Yeah, he is.
So, but yeah. I enjoyed revisiting this because I like the Sheep Detectives, and I thought this is it's akin to it in a lot of ways. And I remember this being a family movie, and I don't think I shouldn't say I don't think. I definitely did not realize how dark this movie is.
Yes. 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 This movie's it gets there. Some of it's just dark, and then there's like a lot of dark comedy in this movie. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like there's a particular thing where they keep talking about obviously the farm animals. We know what happens with some farm animals, and then they get to a point where they play part of that for comedic effect right after it.
Yep.
It's like this dark undertone for a good part of the movie, and then all of a sudden they play it for comedic effect.
Yep.
And so, the other thing I remember kind of about this especially more recently, after Fury Road came out, everyone's like, oh, George Miller wrote Babe. That's weird. And then I watched this movie like, no, George Miller definitely wrote this movie.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen the Mad Max movies?
Yeah.
No, I could. Yeah. George Miller's fingerprints are all over the script, and he was like a producer on this too.
He was a producer also.
And apparently, there was a lot of tension between him and the director. Was it Chris Noonan?
Yeah, Chris Noonan.
And apparently there's a lot of tension. Like it's almost kind of like a poltergeist type of thing in a way. Like did Spielberg direct more of that than Toe Hopper did? Like did George Miller actually direct a lot of this movie? Right? So they've never really gotten along after that. And the funny thing about Chris Noonan's I think he made one movie after this, almost a dozen years later, about Beatrix Potter, which kind of makes sense with what this movie is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
But as dark as this movie is, it's also delightful.
Yes, it is very delightful.
And inspirational.
Yeah. And this is a movie I saw it in the theater, and then I saw it several times growing up. We had the VHS.
Okay. I could see that, yeah.
and we watched it. It's one of my dad's favorite movies.
Okay, I can see that. It's so good. It's quaint and it's simple and it's funny, like almost just a series of vignettes.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of a whole story kind of running through it all that then culminates in our climax.
Yeah.
Right. But it's also sweet. It's touching.
Yeah.
Right.
And
it's got everything you kind of need.
Yeah, it really does. And yeah, I've seen this one, like I said, several times, throughout my life, throughout my childhood and all that. And, more recently, I've actually seen it a few times in the last few years.
Okay.
Because every once in a while, I'll be watching something with my parents, and my dad will be like, "Hey, let's watch Babe. I haven't seen that one in a while, so we'll watch Babe."
And I think
this time watching it, I watched it with my parents because I knew that they would enjoy it.
Good call, because they would enjoy it.
I knew that they would enjoy it, so yeah.
And one of the things I think is I just love in this is I think the set design I just love, like especially the farmhouse is just so good.
Yes, and I love how it's clearly set in like Australia, New Zealand, somewhere in that area of the world, but at the same time, it's not clearly set there.
Yes.
It could be anywhere, but it's most likely that area of the world.
Yes. And it's it balances, like it's like this traditional looking farmhouse, but also kind of has this fantasy look to it.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, that's another thing that I especially noticed on this watch, because it's got a lot of that fantasy elements in everything on this movie.
Yeah. But then it's grounded in real emotion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's just, you feel all of it.
I mean, it's almost like you're watching. It's kind of got the same kind of feel that Princess Bride has in that sense.
Okay. Yeah. I see what
with the fantasy that. And then, it just has farm animals instead of,
like
pirate and
giant
and a swordsman and
six-fingered man and Billy Crystal.
Yeah. But I mean, the farmhouse does somewhat resemble Miracle Max's house.
Yes.
A little bit bigger than Miracle Max's house, but
I see that. I think that's true. Yeah. And then it was nominated for art direction. And the one Oscar it won was for visual effects. James Cromwell was nominated for supporting actor in this movie. Obviously, the visual effects are great. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing about that, though, is that this also has a connection into our last movie, because the Jim Henson Creature Shop worked on this movie.
Yes, they did. I was going to bring that up too. But yeah, the Jim Henson Creature Shop created the animatronics for this.
Yes, and they are very, very good.
Yes, they are. They're very convincing.
Again, the magic of Jim Henson.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he'd passed away at this point, but it was his creature shop but still enduring. And Jim Henson's legacy is in this movie. So it's actually a very good back-to-back family movie that we're doing.
Yes, it is. Which I hadn't realized that until
I didn't realize it either until I was watching
playing,
the
and I saw
credits.
the credits and Jim Henson's Creature animatronics created by Jim Henson's Creature Shop. I'm like, hey,
I was like, oh, perfect. But that's what, talk about Jim Henson. We should also, I guess, talk about some of the other actors in this movie, because this blends. We talked about Hugo Weaving, who's a voice.
Yep.
James Cromwell is a human actor in this movie, right?
His voice is in it too, but it's coming out of his human body.
Yes. But Magda
Szubanski.
John Doyle, Marshall Napier.
So Magda Zabensky, her character, Esme Hoggett, the farmer's wife. She is one of the most fantasy-like of characters in this movie.
Absolutely.
Like, just like the way she dresses and acts and all that. It's like, you know, the fantasy world of Babe. You know, she's kind of perfect for that role.
Yes, I would agree. And even like, you know, the way she acts, like the way their daughter acts too.
So I don't know. I don't know if fantasy is quite the word to use as much as storybook. It's kind of like a storybook world.
Yes, and it has chapters, so that works.
Yeah, like a little golden book, kind of like a children's storybook.
I like it. That's good.
But
let's see, Paul Goddard, who was in The Matrix. But yeah, I like what you're saying about the storybook, like because it has the chapters, which gets back to what I was saying, like it's almost a little vignettes, but then there's still the main thing that's running across the entire movie.
Yeah,
when it culminates, it's really well like constructed that way in terms of the script, and then just the execution of all of it. I mean, the editing, you know, obviously puts it all together well. And yeah, she's, I think, I like that because, like, you really have the two main characters and then some of these other characters outside of that. And I think having her as being one of the more larger than life characters makes her that true storybook character.
Yeah.
Right. And then the emotional core is between the farmer and Babe. And Babe and really, you know, a couple of the other animal characters, which we can get to. But yeah. I like it. Which, since we're talking about Babe, you know, Christine Cavanaugh voices Babe.
Mm-hmm.
And Christine Cavanaugh is actually a prolific voice actress.
Yes. Yes, she is.
You know, Rugrats,
Darkwing Duck,
Dexter's Laboratories, Dexter, right? You know, Recess, The Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald.
Mm-hmm.
She was actually in a couple episodes of Salute Your Shorts as an actual person with her actual, you know, voice coming out of her actual mouth. An episode of Everybody Loves Raymond and The X-Files in the same year. Cheers.
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. And it's funny, I was looking through a lot of this and I kept thinking, oh, this could be, you know, and I should have known better because this movie is like really largely produced like in Australia, right? And the main director and producers and all that are Australian. It's like, I wonder if there's Doctor Who in here, but there's not really Doctor Who. And it's like, oh yeah, because Australia.
Yeah, Australia.
But that's why Hugo Weaving's in this movie.
Yep.
The other person I want to mention in this, though, is the narrator, Roscoe Lee Brown. And we'll get to him because he does narrate this movie.
Yes, he does.
So, but terrific voiceover work in this movie.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, I as I said, been 30 years since I've seen this movie probably, and there was so much that I forgot about, even though I kind of thought I remembered most of this movie. I obviously didn't. And so it was like a fresh approach to the movie. Fresh, almost like watching something I've never seen before.
Yeah.
And it was quite enjoyable.
Were you able to watch it with your kids?
I did. I think they enjoyed it.
They like it.
They really liked it. Charles was laughing a lot. Peter had a lot of questions about different things, and yeah.
Why are those animals talking? Do all animals talk?
What's going on with that duck? I love the duck. The duck's hilarious.
Yes. Ferdinand.
Ferdinand.
What's in pork?
funny you should ask that. And the funny thing about this is that this movie actually got a lot of people to become vegetarians.
Mm-hmm.
So, which, kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of does.
And it's got 2 great lines. And we'll get to those lines. I don't want to spoil the lines because they're great lines.
Mm-hmm. It does have some great lines in it. And yeah, I've always enjoyed this movie. Since watching it all the time as a kid, it hasn't really been the top of my list for movies to watch when I'm wanting to just watch something. But when it's been on, when somebody has wanted to watch it, then I've never really had a problem with watching it.
And it's one of those ones
fun. It's a fun, just as dark as it can get sometimes. it's still more or less a pretty relaxing movie.
Yes. You feel good at the end.
Yeah.
And it's not a long movie, and so it's not a lot to invest. So, yeah, I think this was a good choice because this was a very big movie in the summer of '95. It's a movie that has also endured in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
It endured enough that a lot of it stuck with me. So, but I don't know if I had to add a whole lot else before we dive in.
Well, then let's get into it.
Let's do it.
As always, spoiler alert, we're going to be talking about this entire movie, beginning, middle, and end. So if you've not seen it, you don't want to be spoiled, pause the podcast, watch the movie, and come back and listen. If you have seen it, or you just don't mind being spoiled, keep on listening. But you have been warned. We are going to be spoiling this entire movie. Every bit of that delicious bacon of this movie.
Delicious pancetta, some prosciutto. We're gonna get some fresh mozzarella and basil and just. Oh man, should have been eating that one ordering this movie. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah. The funny thing is, while I was watching this movie, I just made myself a turkey sandwich. I'm eating my sandwich while watching the movie, and I'm like, well, it's probably a good thing this isn't a ham sandwich.
Yes, and there's no turkeys in this movie.
No, there's not.
Otherwise, that would have been the easy choice for Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
Anyhow. But, the movie, kind of starts, in a very dark manner. Like, it confronts the cold, hard reality of the life of a pig.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's got a mother pig and all of her piglets. And
they're all suckling.
Yeah, they're in the pig factory.
Is it definitely a pig? Yeah. It's just like stall after stall of mommy pigs with her piglets, and they're all just getting their milk from the mama.
They're all getting their milk from the mama, and it's clear that this is a facility it's clear that this is a facility that raises pigs for the slaughter.
Yep. And the voiceover just tells it straightly as it is.
Mm-hmm.
That, pigs were not much regarded. They were, they're raised for one purpose. Right?
Yep.
They don't have wool.
So you can put them in your belly.
They are kind of delicious.
They are. I love me some bacon. Pork chops.
Yeah. Sorry, babe.
But, right away, the mother pig gets taken away, and
yeah, all these mother pigs taken away. It's like, yeah, and
she's
like every
nursing,
pig,
she's nursing her piglets, and then she gets taken away, and this, milking machine basically with like all these bottles on it.
Yep.
Come down, and it comes down, and it basically replaces the mother for providing the milk for the babies.
But in this one little pen, there's one baby that decides not to go for that.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at his mom going away with all the other mommy pigs into this truck.
Yep.
And he just says, "Goodbye, Mom."
Mm-hmm.
There's a tear in this pig's eye.
He doesn't understand where the mom is going or what's going to happen to her when she gets there.
Yep.
Well,
maybe the mom knows. Maybe the mom doesn't. I don't know.
No.
Mom probably remembers when her mom was taken away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Probably.
And never questioned it. But they're very blunt about the fact that pigs are stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very blunt about that throughout the movie.
Pigs and sheep, stupid. But these sheep have something else they can offer.
Yes, they have wool. If you try to shave a pig, you're not really going to get much.
But yeah, the way the narrator puts it is, the day came for the parents to go to the other world of endless pleasures. It was not a time for young pigs to be sad. Just another step to the day when they too would make the journey.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing they don't understand where they're going.
Yes. So anyway, but as we're talking about this, there are some guys that come in.
Yep.
But they're interested in
this one
pig.
Yeah, they're interested in this one pig that's watching his mom get taken away.
Look at this one over here. This one's the runt. This one's a runt.
Yeah. So it's not going to be very good for meat. So let's take it.
So they go to like this little county fair.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the next thing we cut to is like this county fair.
Yeah, and we see James Cromwell walking around the county fair.
Yep. And there's it has a typical county fair type things, and we see what we'll find out later is his wife, and then they're talking about her jams and jellies that she sells, and they're award winning.
Yes, she just won the blue ribbon for her jam.
Yeah.
And James Cromwell, Farmer Hoggett. He's walking by one of those booths, and it's one of those, the type of booth with like counting the jelly beans in the jar kind of thing, but instead of jelly beans, they have a box with a pig in it.
And they have to guess the weight of the pig.
Yeah, you just pick up the pig, and you guess how much it weighs. The person who's closest to the weight wins the pig.
Yep. And
it's a little piglet. It's the same little piglet that we spent the first couple of minutes of the movie watching.
Yep. And so he reaches into the box and he picks up. They kind of stare at each other. It looks like the pig is forming this connection into Farmer Hoggett's eyes.
Yep.
And then the two of the guys, they obviously know the farmer, right? They're all from this county and village area, and then he just kind of lifts the pig up and down a little bit.
He's like 12 pounds, 6, and then the pig starts peeing. Pees right on his foot.
And he just waits the pig to finish.
And he's like 2 ounces. That was he's like 12 pounds, 9 or 6, 2 ounces.
And then everyone else that waits around, and then we get to the next day, and he's at his house, and he gets a phone call.
Yeah, and they're like, "Farmer Hoggett, you won the pig! Congratulations!"
Like, excellent. I'm gonna get the pig.
Yeah.
One day maybe he'll be good for bacon.
Yep, because that was the whole thing. That's because he wasn't a pig farmer, right? He didn't have any pigs, and they even bring that up. He's like, "Well, we know you don't have pigs, but Christmas is coming up.
Oh, and
it'll make for a good meal."
One of the things they ask him about is his sheep, because that's primarily what he is. He's a sheep farmer.
Yeah.
Right? He's got other animals on the farm, obviously, because it is a farm. They're going to have working animals.
Yeah.
But it's a sheep farm. Right? Some places people have dairy farms. Right? No, he's got a sheep farm. He does have a dairy cow.
Yep.
Right? He's got some chickens. Right? but all stuff, provides sustenance for the family. But then the sheep are the primary mode of income for his
Yep.
farm, right?
Yep.
With the wool, right? And so, yeah, get home, finds out he wins this new pig, right? And that's what the narrator says when they look in each other's eyes. There, it's like a faint sense of some common destiny when they look at each other, right? So the farm now comes a day when the pig comes to the farm, and one of the first things we see there's some puppies,
Yep.
right? So it's a sheep farm, so they have some sheep dogs.
Yes, they have
and
Australian shepherds.
Yes, and the mother Australian shepherd has just had a litter of puppies.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so obviously this is the contrast to the baby pigs that we saw, the piglets and their mom, and now the puppies and their mom, right? And these puppies, right, they see this little piglet and they're like, well, what is that, mom? It's like, oh, that's a pig. They're stupid. Right?
Mm-hmm.
When he gets bigger, they'll eat him.
And then the puppy's like, oh, they're not going to eat us, are they?
Oh, no. They only eat stupid animals like sheep and ducks and chickens. Oh, we forgot the point too, where it starts the day, where it looks like the rooster's about to
the rooster
to wake up the farm.
Rooster is walking through the coop. It's walking up to the roof of the barn, and it's all proud. It's gonna go and start crowing, and then the duck beat it up to the roof and starts crowing like a rooster.
And the duck's name is Ferdinand.
Yes, the duck's name is Ferdinand. And so it wakes up Farmer Hoggett and his wife, and they're like, his wife's do something about that duck.
Gotta do something about that duck.
But yeah, so that was our introduction to Ferdinand. But yeah, so the puppies are like, the boss isn't gonna eat us, is he?
Just the stupid animals.
Just the stupid animals.
Sheep, ducks, and chickens.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, it does look stupid, Mom. Right? It's like, oh, but not stupid as sheep. Right? But pigs are still definitely stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And the mom dog's name is Fly, by the way.
Yes. Fly is the mother dog. And she is voiced by Miriam Margolyes.
Okay. But our pig friend, who does not have a name yet, by the way, but considering the movie is named Babe, I think he can take the easy step to determine it's Babe.
Yeah, probably.
So, yeah, and Babe's just like, oh, no, we're not.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then so Fly's like, oh, well, who are you? And Babe's like, I'm a large white. It's like, no, that's your breed.
That's your breed. What's your name?
What's your name?
Like, I don't know.
Like, I don't know.
Well, what would your mother call you? What would your mother call you? And he's like, my mother called us all the same thing. He called us Babe.
Well, that's what we'll call you. Babe.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a horse who's like, perhaps we shouldn't talk about his family because the horse knows what happened to the mom.
Yes.
Like, let's not traumatize this poor little pig. He thinks he's not stupid, but he obviously doesn't realize that his mom's basically sitting in a package somewhere.
Yeah. Do you think that horse realizes that there's a chance he may become glue someday?
Anyway, Babe is feeling sad, though, because he wants his mom. Here's this seemingly nice Australian shepherd, mommy, right? He's like, I miss my mom. It's like, oh, well, you gotta be brave.
Yep.
I left my mom one day.
Yeah.
Just like my pups are gonna leave me one day.
Yeah. Fly starts acting like she's his mom. Like starts treating him like he's her child.
Right. And so she just says, like, you can stay with us.
Takes him under her wing. And, the puppies like to play with him, and, they run around.
They kind of object to him sleeping together because they're afraid he's going to wet the bed, like, forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
But Babe doesn't drink Coke before he goes to bed, so they probably don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Yeah. He also doesn't eat an entire cheese pizza that Kevin wanted to eat some of. But
so yeah, so that starts our basic sketch. Right, there's a few other animals. Like we got the sheep. We have not we have not met Fly's husband yet.
no,
right?
We have not met Rex yet.
Rex, right? But we've met the horse. We haven't met any of the sheep yet. But we obviously established there's sheep. We met the duck for an animal. We met the rooster. There's also a cat, which we have not met yet.
No, we don't meet the cat for a little while.
So, right. So anyway, but then we're also now introduced to some mice. Right. These mice are going to read our title cards throughout the movie. Right. And there's like 3 mice, like the way things are.
Yep. The way things are. Pigs are definitely stupid.
And so we get basically this chapter starts out with Ferdinand crowing again like a rooster. And then, the farmer's wife is saying the same thing. It's like, we got to do something about that duck.
Yep.
And Babe gets woken up by this. He has never woken up by not even a rooster before.
Nope.
Right?
But yeah, he gets woken up by this duck that's crowing like a rooster.
And so he's like, and the tell him straight up, like, oh, he wants to be a rooster because he hates being a duck because ducks get eaten for Christmas dinner. And so he figures that if he's useful,
they won't eat him. I mean, it makes sense.
Yep. And so, they let Fly into the house beginning of this day, right?
Fly and the puppies.
Yep. They go get their breakfast, essentially, right? And Babe tries to get in, but like
Babe tries to get in, but they're like, nope, only the dogs
only
and the cats
and dogs in the house. Like, and Babe asked a reasonable question, why? And Fly just looks up like, it's just the way things are.
Yeah, just the way things are. Because this chapter's called The Way Things Are.
Pigs are definitely stupid.
That's a different chapter.
I know. Anyway, so Babe hangs out, but then the farmer's wife comes out and she has a feast for him. And like a piggy, he eats eats it up.
And pours this bucket of slop into a trough and he starts eating it up, which I wasn't thinking about this while watching the movie, but it just struck me a minute or two ago when she dumps the bucket of slop. So typically they'll feed pigs whatever table scraps and whatever is left over, right? From their meals. So what if there was some sort of pork product in there? What are the chances that Babe was eating his mother?
That makes you think about kosher rules, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a good question. I haven't thought about that. There's a South Park episode about that.
Yes, there is. Good old Scott Tenorman.
I love the way she's like, who's going to go out to be a big fat pig? You are. Yum, yum, yum. Looks like she, anyway. So after all done with breakfast, the dogs start going out to the pasture. And Babe wants to follow, and he's not allowed. And he's like, where are you going? And like, oh, we're going to work with the sheep. And
I think this is when Rex is introduced. He's
correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And Babe has no idea where the sheep is, right? And it's like, oh yeah, no, they're well, and they don't. Oh, they're sheep. They're animals that have thick coats, right? And they're also stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But the men cannot look after them without us. Without us sheepdogs, right?
Yep.
So we have dog work to do. You're a pig. You're going to stay here. We'll be back at the end of the day. Don't worry. Explore the farm.
Mm-hmm. Be a pig.
Be a pig. And so he goes around and he finds there's this one sheep though that's like out there, not with the rest of the sheep. It's kind of in the barn.
Yep.
Right?
This one
and
sheep
Babe's like,
named Ma.
She's like, yeah. And at first the sheep calls him, just says like, darn wolf. It's like, I'm not a wolf, I'm a pig. And he's asking her, what are you? And the pig says, you.
He's like, no, what are you? Sheep's like, you.
I'm a you. Like, no, you're a sheep.
And they do the whole, who's on first thing there.
Yep. And so we found out though that like this sheep who's called Ma, right?
No, it's
has
not Ma.
foot
It's
rot.
Ma.
That's right, Ma. But she has foot rot. That's why she's not out in the field with the rest of the sheep.
Yep.
Right, and she's obviously an older sheep, right?
And she tries to explain to Babe what the wolves do out there, which the sheep call every dog wolves. They call them all wolves because, to them, they're wolves.
Yeah,
they're vicious.
Because
vicious wild
dogs don't, and we'll get to this later within a certain scene. But yeah, the dogs with them don't act as domesticated. They act more wild.
Yeah. And so Babe's like, oh, Fly wouldn't do that. Fly wouldn't act like that. She's nice.
Like, no, they're all savages. They'll bite you. Right? They won't look you in the eye, but they'll bite you. Right? Right? And then she's like, some wolves are so bad. They're tear sheep to pieces. Right? No. Babe's getting a crash course in the meaning of life.
Yeah. Yeah. At this point, Babe is a matter of weeks old.
Yep. So we get to the end of the day, and Babe is happy to see Fly because Fly has been so sweet to him.
Yeah.
And he's enjoyed meeting Fly's puppies.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
running around and playing,
but he has questions, honest questions, because Ma was telling him all these things. He's going to ask about it, but when Fly gets back, she's so sweet to Babe. She's like, hello, Babe. How was your day? Was it good?
Like, oh, it was splendid. I learned all about wolves today. And how wolves like to bite sheep.
And eat little girls and dress as their grandmother.
Yes. But only if those little girls are wearing Red Riding Hoods. Yeah.
If it's a green hood, then it looks like Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And no one screws with Kevin Costner and Bryan Adams.
No one. No one screws with Kevin Costner and Bryan Adams.
And so the day ends, and Babe's just thinking as he drifts off to sleep, like, that sheep has to be wrong about Fly. She's so sweet.
Yep.
Fly wouldn't bite a sheep.
Nope.
No.
Then the next day.
Yep. This is Crime and Punishment, I think, is what they call this chapter.
I thought Crime and Punishment was after the puppies get sold.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Right. All the puppies end up getting sold.
So all the puppies, Hoggett takes all the puppies and, puts them in a box with a sign that says,
And Fly is sad. This is not the first time this has happened to Fly, obviously.
Nope.
She's used to this happening, but it doesn't get easier.
Nope. And so, all the puppies get sold off to new homes and Fly's sad. And Babe, he tries to comfort her.
Yep. And he's like, I can call you Mom.
Yeah.
We can,
He's like,
you know,
would it
we
be
can.
all right if I called you mom? And then, Fly nuzzles up with him and starts licking him and stuff. And
Yep. There's tender moments
yes.
again.
Yeah.
She would never bite his foot,
Nope. Nope.
even though if she did, she might just eat him
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because pig is delicious.
Yep. And meanwhile, every interaction at this point that Babe has had with Rex, who is voiced by Hugo Weaving.
Hugo Weaving, and yes, he is the
Rex seems like an angry, bitter old dog.
Yes.
Who
We'll get to his story.
Yeah, we'll get to his story, but like up to this point, he just seems like an angry, bitter old dog.
And what we have learned, I guess that they had this out when they were selling the puppies, is that he's been an award-winning
sheepdog,
right? Not a show dog like from Best in Show, right? But sheepdog where they do the typical herding
competitions and stuff.
Yes,
and he's a champion dog, and so it says that on the sign.
So
the litter from Rex.
Yep, he's a famous herding dog in these competitions, right? And so they get sold off, and they're sad, and now that bond just forms even tighter though between Fly and Babe.
Yep.
So, but then we get to a morning.
Yep.
Where Ferdinand's about to
crow. This is the crime and punishment. Ferdinand's about to crow. And before he can get it out, we hear an alarm clock go off.
It's the classic one that has the bell ringers, right?
Bells
not the beep, beep, beep. No, not the digital one.
Little bells. Right? And so Esme, Hoggett's wife, wakes up. She's like, ooh, that's a nice sound to wake up to.
She gets up, and then she gets, Hoggett up. It's like, because it's Sunday morning. They need to go to church.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
they go off to church in their farm pickup truck that they have. Right? And then Ferdinand waits till they drive off. And then he waddles up to Babe. He's like, hey, Babe, want to make yourself useful?
And Babe's like, what are you talking about? It's like, well, if we can make ourselves useful, we won't get eaten.
Christmas is coming up, and we don't want to be eaten.
And we don't want to be dinner. So I've been trying to make myself useful. I noticed that the rooster, he wakes everybody up every morning. And so he fertilizes the eggs.
That's his rationale. Even if he doesn't wake up them every morning, he still fertilizes the eggs.
He'll fertilize the eggs. And he's like, so I've tried making it with the chickens. That didn't work.
I love Ferdinand. So, I'm going to wake him up.
So I crow in the morning. That's one line that I never realized was in there when I was a kid.
G-rated movie, by the way. Yes, that's in there.
Yes. I tried making it with the chickens and that didn't work.
And so it's like, so what I need to do though is like, you gotta get that mechanical rooster. Right? And so he walks through this plan where Babe is going to go into the house, then up the stairs to the bedroom, get the alarm clock or the mechanical rooster.
Yep. They don't know it's called an alarm clock.
Yeah, I mean, he's a duck. Yeah. He understands what the machine is.
But he's got to watch out for the cat.
The cat.
The boss's
This cat's
wife's
a classic cat. Right? And what we've seen, prior, I think we saw Farmer Haggett working on this right before we got the call about Winnie the Pig.
Yeah.
He's got this like dollhouse that he's working on that he's painting in the living room.
He's building a dollhouse. We don't know what the dollhouse is for yet, but we just know that he's in the process of building a dollhouse.
So, Babe slowly goes to the little doggy door into the house, right? And he's just casually walking through. He gets into that living room, and the sheep, not the sheep,
The cat's sleeping by the
asleep.
fire. Sleeping, by the fireplace. And so he's trying to walk real slow, real quiet. And, he tries to squeeze between the legs of the table that this dollhouse is sitting on.
And on top of that is also a basket full of yarn.
There's a basket full of yarn, and up on the same table as the dollhouse are a couple of buckets of paint that are open. I think it's a bucket of blue paint, and I think there's a bucket of yellow paint there too.
Yellow paint, yeah, I think that's right. And so when he squeezes through by the legs, he kind of knocks it just enough that the basket, right, because it's got multiple balls of yarn, stacked on top of each other. One of them yarn falls off and rolls.
But the end of the yarn is still, up in the basket.
Yes.
And so the ball rolls down there, and this yarn stretches across the floor. And the ball of yarn goes and fits. It lands right in the cat's paws while it's sleeping.
And doesn't wake up the cat.
Nope.
But it's right there in the paws, cupped right there. And the string kind of goes down like your classic kind of, if you think about a heist movie with a laser going across.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so the cat, starts pawing at the yarn in its sleep.
Yep.
And it sort of starts pulling the yarn a little bit, and it starts breaking some of the little pieces of wood on the dollhouse. And
as it's pawing at it, like roll over on spools.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so then it kind of creates a tighter kind of almost like a tripwire.
And so Babe starts walking across. He steps over the yarn, but as he's bringing his back foot over, it gets caught in the yarn.
Yes.
And he notices that it's caught in the yarn, so he tries to pull it out of there, but ends up getting tangled in it. And as he's pulling it, then the dollhouse starts moving because the yarn is pushing it, and it starts pushing those buckets of paint toward the edge of the table.
So meanwhile, Ferdinand is looking at this through the window outside.
Mm-hmm.
And he is trying to get Babe's attention.
But so he's like tapping on the window and all this, and Babe's not. He's not noticing. So Ferdinand then flies in through the doggy door until it just yells at Babe to stop. And so Babe stops. Just in time. Right before, these buckets of paint are right on the edge of the table. And luckily they don't wake up the cat.
Nope.
But so before they went in there, the reason why why Ferdinand needed Babe to do this, rather than Ferdinand just going in there himself, is because Ferdinand is allergic to cats. Cats make him sneeze.
That's right. I forgot about that.
So, Ferdinand helps Babe get the yarn off his foot. And, they notice the cat's still sleeping. So they both go up to the bedroom. Ferdinand gets up there. He knocks the mechanical rooster off the end table. And Babe picks it up, and they go to walk out. And they're coming back down the stairs and walking through the living room, when all of a sudden, Ferdinand starts feeling like he's going to sneeze because they're right by the cat. And Babe is trying to tell him, just hold your breath. Don't sneeze. You're going to wake the cat. And he sneezes. The cat wakes up, jumps up, chases him around the house. We just hear about a bunch of clanging and crashing in the house.
Yeah.
And then Farmer Hoggett and his wife get home. They walk in the house and they see a mess.
The cat is painted.
The cat's covered in paint. The room is covered in paint, and there are blue footprints from a duck and a pig all across the floor.
Yep. So what's to be done about this?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the animals have a meeting that night that Rex leads.
Yep.
And he's like, animals will act the way they're supposed to properly act. Pig's not going to stay in the barn anymore. He's going to sleep under the cart. Right?
Mm-hmm. And the duck's going to get out of here.
Yep.
The duck's going to stay away.
He's like, Pig, you're regarding the company you keep being young. Well, I'm going to make it easy. I forbid for you to talk or consort with that duck.
Yes.
And he's like, what does consort mean? That means, young man, don't go anywhere near that duck. He shows himself, let him know this. Being a duck, he must behave like a duck.
No
But
more
to be
roost,
honest,
no
he
more
is kind of
crowing.
behaving like a duck. Ducks will act goofy.
Yes.
So he is acting like a duck.
Yes. Yes.
But he's like, no more of this crowing nonsense. He should accept what he is and be thankful for it. And then it says the narrator goes like, Rex continued long in the night. Elsewhere there was talk in the house, and this subject was Christmas dinner. And whether that year, the main course would be roast pork or duck a la orange.
Yeah, duck a l'orange. And yeah, I love the way that Roscoe Lee Brown says that. Like,
Yes. It's such a perfect voice for this.
Yeah.
What he does, he delivers each line. Just he knows exactly the inflection to put into it.
Yep. I mean, it's like he's done narration before. No, Roscoe Lee Brown is a prolific voice
Yes,
actor,
exactly.
narrator, and yeah. But yeah, so Farmer Hoggett is trying to decide, what they're going to eat for Christmas dinner.
We're not. Christmas is still a few weeks away. It's over the next few weeks. Babe kind of gets used to the farm and his role there, right? But then we get close to Christmas and the farmer's family comes. They have a daughter, their son-in-law, and their 2 grandchildren, right? And these kids are rotten. Their grandchildren suck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And then their grandmother's like, "Hey, Nana's got a jelly bean."
But didn't before Christmas though? Don't we have the other interaction between Babe and Ferdinand when Ferdinand's hiding out in the shed?
Oh, that's right. Yes, you're right. Thank you.
Babe walks in there, sees him, and Ferdinand's trying to get his attention, and Babe, he's like, "Wait, I'm not." Oh. Yes, yeah, Babe. Remember, he's not supposed to talk to Ferdinand. So he's trying to, he's trying to honor Rex's judgment.
Babe is a polite pig. He seeks to follow the rules.
Yes, Babe is a very polite pig.
Which is why, over the next few weeks, like he just follows as Rex said. He's not gonna rock the boat.
Yeah, and so
he doesn't know what his destiny might be.
So the grandkids come, and they're little terrors.
And then the grandmother's like, what we're having for Christmas dinner? Roast pork. I don't. Does Babe hear this? I can't remember if Babe hears this, but I think someone hears this.
I don't think Babe hears this. No. But yeah. So then they're opening presents, and the little girl opens. She unwraps this dollhouse that her grandfather built for her, and she just starts screaming and crying because she wanted the one in the magazine. She wanted the one in the catalog. It's the wrong one.
Grandpa cut this wood.
Grandpa made this thing.
He sanded it. He cut the wood. He sanded it. He painted it. You're gonna like this dollhouse, you little terror.
Yep.
Meanwhile, they get their parents a fax machine.
Yeah, they get their parents. Yeah.
And they're looking at it, it's like, oh, we could message each other this way. It would be kind of fun if they got them on those brick cell phones.
Yeah.
They're like, we can text each other. There's a little screen here. You gotta push the 5 3 times.
No, at that point you couldn't text on it though.
I know.
Texting wasn't a thing for at least a few more years.
A few more years, yes.
But yeah, they yeah, Hoggett's son and daughter-in-law give them a fax machine. And so, Hoggett's wife goes out and she's measuring Babe. Making sure that he's the right size for their dinner.
And but Hoggett, then Hoggett, he keeps looking at Babe and he keeps getting a look in the eye and a connection.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, he's still kind of small. And the agricultural show is like a little ways away. If we get him fed up, like he actually might win a prize for best hog. So why are we going to eat him when he's still kind of small?
Yeah. We can feed him, fatten him up, and he can win something later.
And so okay. And Ferdinand has flown the coop.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one other duck on this farm.
Well, it's heavily implied that Ferdinand is who they're eating.
Yes.
It's heavily implied at first that Ferdinand is who they're eating.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out that it's not Ferdinand because as Babe is looking through the window at them eating duck a l'orange.
Ferdinand shows up.
And Ferdinand shows up. And Babe's like, Ferdinand, you're here.
Who's that on the table? Her name's Rosanna.
Yeah, her name's Rosanna.
We had a thing. Hey, Ferdinand, you're back on the market. Not that market.
Maybe you can try it with the hens again.
So, meanwhile,
go in there and see if any of the hens want a fondue.
Oh, goodness. Just a tip. But meanwhile, it's still dinner time. It's Christmas. It's still Christmas, and so all of a sudden, I should say all of a sudden, right? Babe's taking this time to investigate the fields, right? And while he's out there, he's looking out towards the sheep pasture, and he sees there's a ruckus going on.
Yep. So he wanders out there, and he sees what goes on when the dogs get taken over.
This is not the dogs yet. This is the sheep wranglers. Dogs come later, right? The sheep rustlers, yeah. The dogs come later.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're able to take some of these sheep onto a truck and they drive off. But it's enough to get Fly's attention. And, Farmer Hoggett comes out and he sees that
what's happened. Truck driving away and some of his sheep are missing.
And then he's looking around. He's like, where's Chuck Norris?
Mm-hmm. Where indeed is Chuck Norris? Well, Chuck Norris at this point is in Texas.
Yeah. The lone wolf's in El Paso.
Yeah. He's like, oh, too bad the lone wolf isn't here.
He would give these guys nightmares.
Yes, he would.
But the rest of their days, they'll go to bed at night
and they'll dream about Chuck Norris sneaking up behind them and telling them it's time to die.
But then, so this all gives Farmer Hoggett like an idea, like maybe Babe has a certain skill, right? And he sees at some point like he sees Babe able to kind of talk with the hens, and he separates the hens by color.
Mm-hmm.
Brown and white.
Yeah. So,
Maybe they can herd these sheep. So he takes them out one day to try to herd the sheep. But they won't listen to Babe.
Well, first he takes him out there, and so yeah, he sees, Fly is trying to show him how to herd sheep.
Yes.
And so, he sees Fly and Rex going out there, and they're, barking, biting, all this, being real aggressive with these sheep. And so, at this point, Ma is back out with the rest of the sheep.
Yes, her foot's been healed. Yes.
And she has been telling these sheep all about Babe and how sweet he is.
How sweet he is.
Sweet of a little boy he is.
He is the sweetest animal on this farm.
Mm-hmm. And so now it's Babe's turn to herd these sheep. And so Fly is giving him some pointers. She's like, you got to be mean. You got to go up, if you need to, bite one of them. And Babe's like, well, why? Why can't we just talk to him? And Fly's like, because sheep are stupid. They're not going to listen to you. And so Babe walks up. And, he greets the sheep. And Ma is like, oh, hey, this is the pig I was telling you about. This is Babe.
They're going to love him.
And so
he bites one of them.
He asks them to. Well, he starts trying to bark at him.
That's right.
Starts trying to bark at him. They start laughing. And so then, he runs up and bites one in the leg. And the sheep's like, what was that?
Is that a bite?
You call that a bite? and Ma is like, I just got done telling him how sweet you are, and now you come and bite one of them? And so she's like, if you want us to do something, just ask. You don't have to come out and be like a wolf. And so he's like, well, I'm sorry. Would you kindly, if you could follow me, it'd be much appreciated. I'd be much obliged if you'd go and you'd get in the cart or go where they need them to go, and next thing you know, all the sheep are lined up 2 by 2, and they're walking in line.
Yeah, and they follow him very, very nicely.
Yeah.
Because he asked nicely.
And Hoggett is amazed. And Fly is amazed. And Rex is just pissed.
Yeah. Rex is not happy about this.
Yeah.
I mean, He is. This is not the way things are supposed to be.
No.
A pig is not supposed to be herding sheep. A dog is supposed to be herding the sheep.
Mm-hmm. Pigs are not supposed to be doing dogs' jobs.
So we get to it's nighttime now. We're just outside the house and outside the barn, and Rex is having a talk with his wife. And you'd think, being an old dog, he would know how to gently talk with his wife without causing a stir, but he doesn't, because he's a proud dog.
Yep. And
right?
Yeah.
And this causes a fight between the two, which alerts the farmer.
Yes, alerts Hoggett. And he comes out, and next thing you know, Rex is being checked out by the vet.
Yep, because he kind of gets bit in the hand as he's trying to intervene.
He's trying to intervene. Yeah, so he gets bit. Hoggett gets bit in the hand, and so he has the vet check out Rex because he was worried it might be rabies.
Yep, it's not rabies, and
it's not
really
rabies.
Nothing.
It's not distemper. He's like, well,
maybe he's jealous about the pig.
He's jealous. Yeah, maybe he's jealous.
And so I can sedate him. Right? Chain him up, sedate him, put on the muzzle.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll see what happens.
So they do that. Rex has a muzzle and he's sedated. Or there's the other option is snip, snip.
That's right. He is the snip, snip.
And
it's like,
Rex like, no, he's a breeding dog.
Yeah,
you got to keep those balls intact.
Why they choose. That's why they choose the sedation. Yes. Got to preserve those golden testicles.
Mm-hmm.
And so right? Anyway, so we cut to another morning. This is the morning of the feral dogs because it's still early. No one's out there, and then Babe hears more commotion out there in the pasture, and we get these wolves, these feral
Yeah, these
dogs,
feral dogs that are
and this is when
attacking the
Babe
sheep.
realizes why they call all dogs sheep because
Mm-hmm.
these
Well,
wolves
they call it, yeah,
basically
well,
looks
they
like
all
dogs.
dogs wolves. And yeah, and Babe gets out there, and these dogs, they see him coming. And
And
did Fly come out too at this point?
I think so.
Yeah, because
Yes.
I think she chased the dogs off.
She helps chase him off because it's already commotion of what's
Mm-hmm.
happened. Um and Babe's able to like kind of ram one of them because
Yeah,
he's at full speed and he's growing up. He's a little bit bigger of a
yeah,
pig. And
yeah,
pig I mean, what pigs get big? They're big animals.
yeah,
Like if they headbutt the dog, it's gonna hurt the dog.
yeah. So she and it's a smaller dog too. And so yeah,
Right.
Babe hits the dog and knocks it over and it runs off.
And at this point, Hoggett has heard all this commotion. He's come out.
So
into the field.
he's coming out, and
So you have all the sheep. You
Babe
got
sees all the
you got
sheep.
Fly,
They're all huddled
and
around
Hoggett
something, and so Babe walks up to him, and they move out of the way. And Ma
is mortally
is
injured.
yeah, she's laying on the ground. She's got blood on her throat.
And then when you look at Babe, right, he's got a
And
little
so
blood on his snout.
Yeah, because he goes up and he starts nuzzling Ma.
That's right. He gets the blood after he nuzzles. Yes.
Yeah, and so he ends up with blood on his snout, and you get Babe. Ma is there dying, and so he starts crying. He's yelling, "Ma, Ma!"
Just like this, just like the sheep.
Mm-hmm.
No, ma, ma.
Yep. And then Hoggett comes up, and he sees a dead sheep and a pig with blood on its face.
Yep.
And so he's convinced that Babe killed Ma. And so, when one of his animals kills one of his sheep, there's only one thing to do at this point.
Get the shotgun.
And so he takes Babe to the shed. He gets a shotgun. This part is dark.
Really?
Is so dark.
Just a little bit.
Because you see him, he's preparing the shotgun.
He puts in, he gets the
loading
shells,
it.
he loads it up.
Loads it up. It
And then
focuses on this shotgun.
our narrator comes up and is like, you see it's a classic shot because it's a pig looking up at the human, so it's the power reveal.
Yeah. And
right?
so you see he puts it right in Babe's face.
And then the voiceover was like, Babe had never seen this before, but it reminded him of what once fed him.
He remembered the last. He'd never seen one of these metal cylinders before, but it reminded him of the last time he saw anything like this was it provided food.
Like it's like you want to laugh at it, but it's like no, this is dark.
Mm-hmm. So Babe starts moving closer, and it looks like he's going to try to suckle on the end of the barrel.
Meanwhile, Ma has gone. Not Ma. Fly has gone back out and is talking with the rest of the sheep. And they're all saying different things. This can't tell if they're saying Ma or Ba or Babe. And she's like, who did this? And it's all really confusing the way they're talking.
Yeah.
And so she has to say, she just speaks up even louder and asks them just to all be quiet. And then she talks slowly with them.
What happened.
It's like, I know you might not like me, but I care about that pig. You care about that pig, right? Let's figure this out. Like,
let's do
what
this.
happened?
Yes. Let's cooperate for Babe.
And they tell her that it was a bunch of wild dogs.
They said, wolves.
And she keeps thinking like that's dogs, right? Because she's not connecting that they're wild dogs and domesticated dogs.
And some of them are saying, Babe. And she's like, did Babe
saved us?
Babe saved us.
And that's enough that she's going to run back and try to stop and save Babe just in time. But you got to remember, back here, like, as Babe is looking back up into
the barrel of a shotgun.
Barrel of that shotgun, he also looks into the eyes of Farmer Hoggett. And Farmer Hoggett kind of looks into his eyes and he pauses.
And it still isn't quite enough to keep him from shooting Babe, or from attempting to shoot Babe. But Fly comes back and she starts barking, trying to get his attention, because, I mean, obviously the humans don't understand the animals. The animals understand each other, but the humans don't understand what the animals are trying to say.
They speak English to each other, and the humans speak English to each other.
So
but they can't speak English across species.
And then Esme, Hoggett's wife, comes out of the house. And she's like, "Oh, dear, they're saying on the news that there's these wild dogs out, that the neighbors lost 6 sheep. The neighbors just said they just lost some of their lambs. Yeah, they just lost some of their sheep, and that's what gets Hoggett's attention. And he realizes that there's no way this little pig could have taken down that sheep.
And so Babe lives to see another day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that whole sequence is so dark.
Like, okay. Like, I obviously know what's gonna, like, I know it's not gonna happen. Even,
yeah.
No, I don't remember this scene. I was like, oh my! I was looking at this. I'm thinking, like, I'm looking over at the, like, what's he thinking
in his head?
And then all of a sudden you're like, Mom! Like, I'm like, oh my goodness, my wife's gonna murder me for showing this movie to.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was a good family movie, and it looks like a pig's gonna get murdered.
But luckily, that doesn't happen. But yeah, that whole sequence is just dark, especially for a G-rated movie. But it's one of those. It's one of those George Miller things.
Yes. Well, then we get more backstory after this, right? Mm-hmm. Because, like, this might have been actually before this scene. We get Rex's backstory.
Yeah.
About why he's so upset also.
Yeah.
Right? And so Fly tells Bay the backstory of Rex. Why he's bitter about so many things, right?
Yeah.
Now he become an even greater champion of what he is. Right? Back when he was in his prime dog years.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There was one like late winter, early spring day where you have the winter rains, right?
Yep.
And it brought this great flood in this valley where they are. Right? And they got most of the sheep to the high ground, right? Because the farmer gets out there, Hogget gets out there with Rex, and they get the sheep up to the high ground so that they're safe from the rains. But there's a few that get left down in this valley. And because sheep are stupid, they did not listen to Rex. And they drowned. And Rex almost drowned. But what it caused was permanent hearing damage.
Yes. Rex is almost deaf.
Right? Because, again, it's a winter rain. And so, like, it's a freezing cold rain. He almost drowns. And he's essentially, again, not fully deaf, but essentially legally deaf.
Yeah,
right?
He's hard of hearing.
He doesn't have a horn. He doesn't
have a horn that he can hold up to his ear.
Of course you call yourself a man. But Rex holds sheep responsible for his being hard of hearing,
mm-hmm.
and for derailing his championship career.
Because they're stupid.
Because they're
too stupid to listen to him when he's trying to save their lives. So now we understand Rex's plight.
Yes, there is a lot there behind that stoic dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's not giving a lot of love to this poor pig.
Yeah. So we go to,
this is now we get towards the end. This is the pig of destiny.
Pig of destiny. And yeah, so Esme is getting ready. She's getting packed up. She's leaving for the weekend.
She is like the president of some woman's guild or something.
Yeah.
There's some conference that they're all going to
over the weekend.
And she's gonna be away for the weekend.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 2 or 3 days.
And this also just happens to be the weekend that the big sheepdog championship, herding competition is going on.
Right. So, but she's talking with Hoggett, and she's like, she's going through all the dinner she's prepared for him. She's prepared dinner for him.
Mm-hmm.
There's rabbit casserole for Friday. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, and then for Duchess the cat, I have liver in the morning and heart in the evening. Right?
Yeah. Duchess is Esme's pride and joy.
Yes.
And
she does like,
Hoggett,
this is how you get
Hoggett clearly doesn't like this cat very much.
No.
But it's his wife's pet. And so,
and she they got a rabbit, and she made, got some of the meat for Hoggett, but then took out the organ, and that's what she's serving the cat.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, she seems like, you could saute a little bit for her, for the cat. Right?
Yeah.
And Hoggett's like, I don't care. You can tell he's like,
yeah.
All right. Okay. I'm just going to put it in the dish.
Yeah. So she leaves. She goes and she gets on the bus with all her lady friends, and they're all excited for this conference. And Hoggett decides he is gonna go ahead and send in his application for the herding competition.
Yes, it's 2 days away.
Mm-hmm. Is it 2 days away, or is it the next day?
It's the next day or 2 days away. You know what? I think it's
the next day.
It might be the next day.
But he's since Rex is kind of out of commission, even though Rex isn't sedated anymore, all that, he's back up to his usual self, but he's not his old championship self that he was in his prime. And so Hoggett decides he's gonna enter Babe.
Yep.
Into this. So and all of this, the narrator is coming over and is talking about the Farmer Hoggett hoped that they didn't ask name of dog, because he looked through all the rule books and everything, never saw any rule that said it had to be a dog that was submitted. That was entered in the competition.
He was being very sure he's legally there.
Yeah, and so when he was filling out the application, he gets to the name portion, and he had hoped that it wouldn't say name of dog. And he got, he realized that he got lucky, because then it shows it and it just said name of entry.
And then he thinks about this for a second, because he doesn't know what they're calling the dog.
Yep.
The babe.
No, so he just writes pig in quotes.
And then he does something bold. He's got a nice fire going. Right? And he's got Fly in the house with him. He's got the cat in the house with him. He brings Babe, or Pig.
Well, first, before he gets Pig, he goes and he uses that fax machine that his daughter.
Oh, that's right. He uses the fax machine to send it. Then he brings Babe in.
Yeah. And then, so he brings Babe in, and, he's going to let him sleep in the house tonight.
Yes. He deserves a proper night's sleep so he can properly be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So, later on that night, he goes off to bed, and Babe is, laying there in the living room and just enjoying being able to be in the house.
Yes.
And Duchess comes up to him and starts
Duchess is jealous.
Yes. Because at this point, Fly is back out in the barn. So it's just Babe and Duchess in the living room. And Duchess is jealous of all this attention that Babe is getting. And she starts going on and on about how important she is around here.
I catch mice. And I give companionship.
And what do you do? What do you do, Pig? And she's like, you're not a sheepdog. Pigs. The only purpose for a pig is to be eaten. To be dinner.
It might have roast pork chops. Maybe it'll be bacon ground into sausage. This is Babe is still like a little kid.
Yeah.
And this cat is like,
it's like this cat it's basically like telling him that Santa's not real. You know? For any kids that may be listening to this, Santa's absolutely real.
Yeah. What are you doing here, dude?
Yeah. So this is just something that the cat's telling Babe. Santa's 100% real. So, yeah.
So now Babe is upset. And it starts to rain, and he goes outside, and he runs off away. And hides under the
it's starting
tree.
to rain. Well, first he runs out to the barn to see.
Oh, that's right.
Fly.
He asked Fly about this. That's right.
And he asks Fly.
She's honest.
And she's like, well, yes. You know, all animals serve a purpose. And most pigs, yes, their purpose is to be eaten. And he's like, so my mom and my brothers and sisters? He's like, probably.
Maybe not your brothers and sisters yet, but eventually.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, she tries to reassure him that, you know, he's different.
But if not, you will eventually be piled up on someone's bun with a really nice barbecue sauce, and you'll be shredded. And they'll be like, that's tasty.
Yep.
And then a little bit after that, they're going to go into this place called the bathroom, and they're going to sit down. And
they're going to turn you into poo.
And then you get to be fertilizer.
Which will then be used to grow the vegetables and stuff that other pigs will eventually be eating in the slop.
It's the circle of life.
Yep. Anyway, so he's upset, and he goes, and he's laying outside in the rain.
Yeah, no, I mean he's done. He's depressed.
Yeah,
he's become a chain smoker. He's going to Hot Topic.
His voice changes to this. He's like he starts calling Fly. He's like, hey Ma.
He starts listening to Fiona Apple and the Smashing Pumpkins.
Yep.
A little bit of Chemical Brothers mixed in.
Yep.
No.
He's like, I'm done herding them sheep. I'm done herding them. I'm just going to sit here and sulk on the farm until they eat me. Yeah. Just going to smoke my cigarettes and sit here under this cot. And yeah, so they what were you saying?
I was saying this episode definitely would go weird places, wouldn't it?
Yes. Yes. So anyway, Hoggett gets up in the morning.
There's no Babe.
He wants to get ready to go to the competition, and he doesn't see Babe in the living room. And so he goes looking for him.
Oh, well, we forgot to mention too, because we were talking about it raining, is that when he earlier that the previous evening when he was kind of sitting there by the fire, the lights were on. He's reading to the cat was there and Fly was there and Babe was there, and the power goes out because of there was the storm.
Yeah.
The power is still out in the morning.
Right.
The power is still out in the morning when he goes out.
Yes.
And he finds Babe, and he's crying under this tree, and
he's shivering, and
he's trying to get Babe to drink and eat and get back some strength from this, and Babe won't do it.
Babe won't do it. And so he calls the vet, and the vet comes in, checks Babe out, and like he's got a cold.
But everything else is fine.
Yeah, everything else is fine. He's just got a cold. So try to get him to eat, try to get him to drink something.
But Babe won't do it.
But yeah, they won't do it. And so Hoggett calls the people that he calls the people that run the competition, and they're like, well, we had you listed as first up, but we can push you to the end. So as long as you can be here by 3:30, then we can still have you come in.
Yeah, you can still
compete.
We can compete. Yeah.
And so Hoggett is like, okay. So he goes out, And he's trying to give Babe a bottle. And Babe won't take it.
Babe's not doing it. He's not convinced. Like, you're going to eat me, you son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. And then Hoggett starts singing.
It's a very sweet little ditty.
If I had words to make a day for you, I'd sing you a morning golden and true. And as he's singing, Babe starts to
it's perking up a little
take
bit.
The bottle a little bit.
He's paying attention. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so Hoggett keeps on singing. And then he starts getting into it a little bit more. Yeah. And he,
just a little bit.
Grabs a throw pillow and he props up the bottle on that so Babe can still drink from the bottle. And he gets up and he starts doing a jig.
Full jig.
Yeah. Full on jig right there in the middle of the living room. While he's singing and dancing. And
he starts attracting the attention of all the farm animals.
And all the animals come in there looking through the window and they're watching him.
It's like a TV show to them.
Yeah. And I always love this. At the end of the song, he like jumps up and stretches out, like spreads his arms out, arches his back, and it's like goes into slow motion. And then when he lands, he looks and sees all the animals staring at him through the window.
He's like, oh, okay.
Oh, all right. And he looks over and Babe's not there. Babe's not on the couch anymore.
Nope.
The bottle's empty and Babe's not on the couch anymore. And he goes to the kitchen and Babe is eating out of the bowl.
Yep. He is ready.
Down. So Hoggett, gets him ready. He heads out to the competition. And meanwhile, Esme and her friends are watching it on their hotel room TV.
They're in a little hotel room. They're all sitting on this one bed, gathered around.
And they're all excited because a couple of the other women there have their husbands are a part of it too. And so, one of them, her husband goes up there and they're all like, "Ooh, he's going to do so well." And the dog ends up attacking one of the sheep and gets disqualified. Or doesn't get disqualified, just gets a really low score.
And, as they're leaving, we're seeing some repairmen out there trying to get the power back up, right? And as they, finally, Hoggett and Babe, they arrive with Fly at the competition, at the fairgrounds, so to speak, or the competition grounds. And Babe has not seen sheep like this before. These sheep have those real black faces, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is not. He's like, you got.
Well, first off, they don't. So they're. Oh yeah. So, this is when they first get there that he sees a sheep. So yeah, he hasn't seen them. That kind of sheep. They're different than the white-faced sheep that.
And he's speaking to them like they're his friends back on the farm.
Yep, but they're not listening.
Nope. And Fly's there, and she's like, you're going to pay attention to this dog. I mean, this pig, this dog, the sheepdog. Treat him like a dog, and listen to him and do what he says. But they're just nope. And they're not going to have this.
No.
Right? And so, Fly gets worried enough that she realizes she needs to get Rex.
They need to get some help.
She doesn't. She goes back to the farm. She runs back to the farm and talks with the sheep on the farm.
No, she doesn't run back.
She did.
No, Rex goes back.
So the two of them together, and Rex goes back. That's right.
So Rex and Fly are both at the competition with Babe.
That's right. And that's right. I forgot Rex was there also. That's right. So then Rex goes back. And reluctantly, he goes back.
Yeah.
Fly
has to stay for whatever reason.
Fly's like, you know what? You're not going to get any of this again, Rex.
No, we ain't making no puppies until,
There ain't no fondue.
Nope. So
Rex is
like, so Rex is like, okay, I know what I got to do. So he runs back. Meanwhile, Hoggett is in a meeting with all of the judges and
all
everything.
they realize, like, well, no, this dog called Pig is literally a pig.
Yeah. So they're looking through the rule books and they're trying to figure out if they have to disqualify Hoggett.
And they look at it like, there's no rule that says it has to be a dog and that it can't be a pig.
Yep.
It's like, all right, well, you still need to be ready for 3:30. Like, okay, we'll be ready for 3:30.
And no, well, this meeting is going on for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and Rex gets back to Hoggett's sheep, and they start freaking out. Wolf, wolf! And Rex, he's sort of got to grit his teeth
and humble himself
before these sheep, so that they'll actually talk to him. And so he gets them to calm down a little bit and explains that Babe needs their help.
He knows they love Babe.
And so, he asks them if there's any way that Babe can get these other sheep that he doesn't know to follow his commands.
And they're like, well, we can tell you.
There's the password.
It's a password. It's a super secret password. If you tell this, we will rip you to shreds, you son of a bitch.
Because this password, it makes any sheep obedient. But you have to promise that you will never use it against us.
He's like, fine. Right? And he starts to go in, and then we cut.
Well, no, they tell him that the password is Ba-Ram you.
Oh, do they tell him?
Yeah,
okay, we hear it there? Okay.
Ba-Ram you.
Oh, that's right. We do hear it there. That's
you.
right. Ba-Ram you. Yeah. That's right. He's like, what?
Your breed, your fleece, your clan be true. Sheep be true. Ba-Ram you.
Makes sense. Ba.
Mm-hmm.
The ram and the you.
Yep.
Right? So we cut back.
So he runs back. There's some line workers. There's some linemen working on some of the power lines. As he runs, like he passed them on his way to the sheep, and now he's coming up on them again on the way back. And they're done with their work. They're getting in their truck and starting to drive off.
So the power.
He jumps up. He jumps up into the back of the truck and hitches a ride so he can get back in time.
It's a good thing there wasn't a graboid there like in Tremors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they killed the lineman and the sheep in Tremors.
Yep.
And the Crown Vic.
Yep. So anyway.
But yeah, we get back to the fairgrounds, and we realize that they've accepted that Babe can participate.
Mm-hmm. And so Hoggett is out there standing next to Babe.
And they're about to start.
In the middle of the field. And, this is on TV. And Esme and her friends are watching. And she sees her husband there with a pig.
And she thought he was going to be there with one of the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And this shocks her. She can't take this. And so she passes out.
Yeah, she faints on the bed. And
nothing's happening at first.
Nothing's happening.
He's there. Babe's there. And time has just started.
And then
Fly runs out.
Rex runs out.
Rex
runs out because he's coming right off the road, and he runs out, and they're like, "Oh, there's a stray dog. There's a stray dog on there. He's running right up to that pig." And so Rex goes up.
Obviously, we know that he is telling Babe the password.
Tells Babe the password, and then he runs off. And then Babe walks up to these sheep, and they're all initially not wanting to pay any attention to this pig.
But then
he says, Ba-Ram you.
Ba-Ram
you. Your breed, your fleece, your clan be true. Sheep be true. Ba-Ram you. And they're all shocked. They straighten up and
they're like, "Let's say that again." And he's like, Ba-Ram you. And they're like, all right.
It's like, okay, we'll do what you want. And so he leads them.
And meanwhile,
they line up 2 by 2, and they're going through all little areas of this course.
We should say before this, as Babe was walking out there, everyone in the crowd is laughing.
Yeah, they're all laughing at Hoggett.
There's 2 announcers; they're hilarious. And then as soon as
these sheep start
walking,
everybody just goes silent.
right?
Everything goes silent.
And then he walks them into this other little summit, this other circle.
Yeah, walks in the circle, and then he's like, well, thank you very much. Now, if the lovely ladies that are wearing those collars would please, step out of the circle, I'd be much obliged.
And then they just quietly
so
step
these
out of
four
the
sheep
circle.
that are wearing red collars walk out of the circle.
And then the others then follow behind him and don't have the red collars.
And
then he walks them
leads
through
them
the
into
little
the
gate.
pen. And then Hoggett comes over, closes the gate. And everybody is just
This
uproarious applause.
Yes.
Like,
It's
he gets a
huge.
standing ovation.
We cut back to the farm. We see all the animals watching on the TV because the TV was on when the power went out.
Yeah,
and then
so
it
they're
goes
looking
back
through the window
on, and then they're looking through the window and they're celebrating. The horse is neighing and they're clucking and all of that.
And
right?
he gets a perfect score.
Yep, and they showed the score. It's a perfect 10. Right, the ladies in the hotel room, they're celebrating what
They're
happened.
all shocked.
But Farmer Hoggett, he's standing
there proudly next to his pig. He looks down at Babe and he says, "That'll do, pig.
That'll do." And we cut to the credits.
Mm-hmm.
Such a delightful ending.
Yep.
And I love that line. That'll do, pig.
Yep, that'll do, pig. That'll do.
And again, movie I've seen once, but a line I've used so many times. Like, yep, you know what? That'll do.
Yep.
Because it's such a perfect encapsulation.
Yep.
That'll do.
That'll do.
Yep. Nothing super saccharine. Perfectly just to the point. And it's just such a lovely ending to this really charming movie, an inspirational movie.
This movie really is charming. It really is.
Except when they serve Rosanna.
Except when they serve Rosanna. And when they almost kill Babe.
And when Ma dies. But it's a great little movie.
It really is.
It was kind of, I guess it probably was a surprise hit in 1995 in the summer.
Yeah.
Right. And it has endured. Everyone knows Babe the Pig. People know Bam You.
People know That'll Do, pig.
Yeah. So it's what a nice little legacy this movie has, and just I was really glad to come back to watch it because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
And I want to watch it again eventually. So good movie.
Yep. Yes. Very good movie. Enjoyable. Just a good story. It's it really does a really good job of blending like real world elements with the storybook elements. And
it's such a human story.
Yeah.
And it's storybook-esque at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good stuff. And the acting's great. The thing I saw this, I didn't get to mention it earlier. So, we keep talking about Fargo Hoggett. We talked about James Cromwell earlier, but James Cromwell is so good in this movie.
James Cromwell is so good in this movie.
And he almost did not take this role. And it's interesting because, we've talked a lot about him, but he has very few lines in this movie.
Yes.
So from what I read, I think he has something like 12 with 13 lines. It's not many lines. And because he had so few lines, he almost didn't take it. But one of his friends convinced him to take this role. Because so much of what he does is just in his face and expressions, right? Whether it be when he's looking at Babe before he's about to shoot him, but decides not to shoot him. When he is looking, when he's submitting the paperwork, right? Or when he's just sitting by that fire, right? Or when he's just, weighing the pig, right? there's just so many subtle things he does with this role. And he's so good in it.
So
and again,
good.
like he earns the Oscar nomination, and he has a lot of screen time, but he has so few lines in this movie, and he makes every single one of them count.
Yeah.
So, and beyond just the story being so good, I think without his anchoring in it, it doesn't work as well.
No, it doesn't. It wouldn't be as good of a movie without him.
So, but yeah, so good movie, and I just had to add that in because we didn't really get to kind of talk about how good he really is in this movie.
Yeah,
I need to add that. So,
no, yeah, James Cromwell was amazing in this movie. But yeah, that's Babe. I don't think I have anything else to.
Yeah, I think we covered it well.
Say about it here. So, if you enjoy what you're listening to, go ahead and check us out on our social media. We are on Facebook and Instagram and Threads. It is Rob and Tony's Cinematic Adventure. The and is spelled out. A&D is not an ampersand like the name of the podcast. We're also on X or Twitter. That is R&T Cinematic. And then we're also on Letterboxd. You can check us out there. Read some of our reviews that we've done on various movies. Some we've done on the podcast, some we haven't done. Some we will do, some we won't do. But that is Cine Adventure or Cine Adventure. C-I-N-E Adventure. And you can also send us an email at robandtonycinematicadventure@gmail.com. Once again, the and is spelled out. A-N-D. It's not an ampersand like the name of the podcast. But yeah, let us know. What did you think of Babe? Do you love it? Do you hate it? I hope you don't hate it because it's a very enjoyable, lovable
how
movie.
could you hate this? I can see you not loving this. Mm-hmm. There's no way you can hate this.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know what you thought. Should we do more movies like this? And yeah, go to our social media, give us a like and a follow, go to your favorite podcast app, or if you're listening to us, hit that subscribe button, give us a good rating, a good review. That's how we move up in the rankings and the recommendations and the search, all that stuff. And yeah, because we want to be able to find more people that want to hear us ramble on and on about these movies. Because we enjoy this. We enjoy talking about them. And we know you enjoy listening. Or there are those of you out there, and maybe if you in particular don't like listening to people talk about movies. I don't know why you're listening to a movie podcast. But anyway, a lot of people enjoy listening to people talk about movies.
Yes.
And so if you are one of those people that enjoys listening to us talk about movies,
thank you.
Thank you. And we want to try to find more people like you who want to listen to us talk about these movies. But next time, we are going to be talking about another movie. It's not going to be, another, family quote movie. Because, we did two of them in a row. We did our little family mini-series here. And so we're going to move on to another summer blockbuster. And this one, we picked this one especially because we've lost another Hollywood
icon.
Icon.
It's been a while since we've done a tribute episode.
Mm-hmm. It has been a while, thankfully. But yeah, we've got a tribute episode coming up next. We recently lost Sam Neill. And so we thought that a good movie to do to celebrate Sam Neill is Jurassic Park 3.
We did Jurassic Park.
Yes, we did Jurassic Park a couple of summers ago.
And The Hunt for Red October is another big movie of his that would be on that blockbuster type level, but it was not a summer movie.
Nope, it was not a summer movie.
Jurassic Park also
3, however, was. And it also, we'll get into this next episode, but yeah, there are specific reasons why we chose this movie.
Well, yeah, and we can discuss it next week, but there are reasons.
Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, so that's what we're going to talk about next. I'm going to talk about Jurassic Park 3, starring Sam Neill and William H. Macy and Tay Leone. And, yeah. Movie that I've always enjoyed.
Don't forget the asshole boy bully from The Sixth Sense.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes.
He's in this.
Yes, he is.
Michael Jeter.
Michael Jeter's in this. It's been a little while since we talked about Michael Jeter in a movie.
Yeah, this year, but it's been a while.
Anyway, join us next time for Jurassic Park 3.